gavel drops, the clock runs out. McDreamy ain't a potted plant no more. Bruce, your time is up.
Yo, McDreamy been chill, sitting back, staying quiet, watching Bruce run his mouth like he's starting up a riot. But patience runs thin, and the judge had enough. Now we banging that gavel like, boy, come on, bluff. No more ducking, no more games. Got a first-class ticket to the Hall of Shame. Pensacola, yeah, that's where you land. April 3rd, 1 p.m., better take that stand. No more hide and seek, no more running out of town. McDreamy made the call, it's a Pensacola smackdown. Bruce, best believe, this ain't up for debate. Judge, better, he's sealing your fate. Boom! The gavel hit the floor. Bruce can't run no more. McDreamy said, boy, it's time. April 3rd, 1 p.m., be in line. Boom! No mercy left to give. Welcome to the smackdown live. Used to be a potted plant silent in the shade. Now we up and walking with a warpath laid. Bruce thought he slick, but he crossed that line. Attacking Rocket Randy emails online. Pro had vice, boy, that's looking real weak. Messing with the wrong one, now it's looking real bleak. Judges don't play when respect's on the line. Might lose that status one step at a time. Bruce talk law, but don't follow the rules. Caught in the act, now we playing the fool. Shady behavior, conflict stack. Twisting up cases just to cover his tracks. File false claims, putting lies in print. Spinning tall tales just to pay that rent. Clients get burned, but he don't feel the heat. Now McDreamy got receipts, boy, take a seat. Try to stall, try to change the spot. Court shut it down, Bruce, that's all you got. No Gainesville, no delay, no flight excuse. Judge checked Expedia, boy, what's the use? This ain't about clients, ain't about the case. This about you and the mess you made. Called out for your reckless ways. Now you're booked, Pensacola's the place. No more hide and seek, no more running out of town. McDreamy made the call, it's a Pensacola smackdown. Bruce, best believe, this ain't up for debate. April 3rd, 1 p.m., mark the day. Boom, the gavel hit the floor. Bruce can't run no more. McDreamy said, boy, it's time. April 3rd, 1 p.m., be in line. Boom, no mercy left to give. Welcome to the smackdown live. Ain't no plea, ain't no pass. McDreamy about to whoop that. Wait, hold up. Nah, let me chill. Now forget that, Bruce. Feel the thrill. The plan grew roots, but now it walks. Judge ain't playing, hear him talk. Final warning, time to pay. Pensacola smackdown, judgment day. Boom, the gavel hit the floor. Bruce can't run no more. April 3rd, 1 p.m., better be at that door. Now Bruce, Pensacola's waiting. No more running now.
Mute. Mute.
I did. Hello, gentlemen.
Hey.
Man, I
Oh,
had
look
one
at
of
there, Georgie. We got the infamous Mr. Mikey with us.
Yes, the Three Stooges are back together.
That's scary.
Oh, lordy.
Never know what kind of chaos the three of us can get into, huh?
Woohoo! We got Miss PJ, Sweet Fly on the Wall. Al Walker's in the house. Jaws.
Mercedes, Cynthia, Paul,
Lady Jen. Yeah.
Kevin, Miss Brenda, Gary, rolling on in, Jack.
Yeah, buddy. They're cruising on in.
Dennis.
They curious about these opinions because we got 3 infamous people on here tonight.
Y'all, Skipper's famous now. He made it into a court filing this morning.
Ooh,
I'm officially a footnote.
I'm telling.
Mama Coop.
I'm not going to say hello to her because she's sitting right beside me. Oh, man, dinner was good.
What did y'all have?
I love my shrimp scampi. Basically, all it is, it's lemon pepper, garlic, and Old Bay. I fry the shrimp. I don't fry it. I just sear it in the skillet real good with all those seasonings on it. Get that nice crust in the bottom of the pan. Well, in the meantime, I've got thin cut spaghetti noodles boiling. I get them al dente. I throw my butter in, melt it. I throw my lemon juice in and my wine. And then I take them noodles, strain them, let them finish off cooking in that shrimp and sauce. Ooh. It's a good 20-minute meal. And you only mess up one pan and a pot.
There you go. Kevin, welcome to the club.
Yes, yes. Welcome, welcome.
Kevin,
Go. Huh?
Kevin said he got honorable mention on the fleas the other night.
Kevin.
Kevin Sheely, your mod.
All right, all right.
Yes, Dwayne.
Skipper
is Curly. He's the bald one.
Oh, the fleas chat was going insane.
Oh my God. It was
the past
so fun.
week. The past week they've been going nuts.
Yes, but today she went on live early with
Really?
The judge's order. Yes. And it was like watching a feeding frenzy in the chat.
Why didn't you message me and tell me she was live? I would have literally went and watched that.
I did. I messaged you both, and I was like, "This is bringing me so much joy."
Well, you probably did. You send me messages in like 30 different places, so you probably did.
You think we pay attention to the stuff you send us? She's gonna hate me today.
Oh my goodness.
Bestie is spicy today.
Man, is she still live?
No.
Oh, really? So she just had to do a breaking news, huh?
Yeah, she did.
Try and spin her version of it before everybody gets the truth.
Bestie TC gifted a membership on your side.
Oh, thank you, TC.
Thank you. It's always nice to get the memberships and super chats.
TC's the only person that beat me to court. He's been called as a witness, and actually was told that he could not mention the Constitution.
Wow.
Why? Isn't that his constitutional right to voice his opinion in court?
Not to that judge. That was a COVID case of a woman who refused to shut down her store, and yeah, they were putting her in jail, and the judge did not want to hear about the Constitution.
Who was shutting down her store? The state, because she wouldn't enforce mask mandates?
The city and the county. Yep. No, they were ordering her to shut her store, and she was like, she was a hairdresser, and she was like, no, I'm not doing it.
Was she complying with their fake ass mask mandates though? She was just staying open?
May have been complying with the mask, but yeah, was refusing to shut down her business.
What state was that in?
Minnesota.
Well, that is up there in the land of whack jobs, so.
Rochester, Minnesota.
That's pretty far left up there, ain't it?
Oh,
it's Dearborn, Michigan. Okay, never mind. I'm thinking of somewhere else.
I grew up not too far from Dearborn.
Oh, so you used to that whole town being run by somebody from other countries?
Yeah, lots of. I actually knew many Muslim kids growing up. I didn't know anyone who was Jewish until I got to high school. Shockingly.
Hey, I got no problem with anybody's religion. What I'm getting at is that whole town I know that they have a lot of people in politics in that town, and most of them they're not from here. They're from over there where they come from. Are they legal?
Yeah, most of them are legal. Most of them came from Lebanon or Iran, fleeing the revolution. I knew some from Iraq and Syria as well. But once you learn about how Muslim families operate, that, like, the fact that one comes and then they bring everybody, uh, to kind of like literally there'll be families all up and down a block. That's the way they do things. It's still very much a tribal culture, and they stick together.
Oh, that's exactly how most of your Latino families. I know when I was
Hmm.
growing up in Plant City, my town was created around farming. So
Hmm.
every year you had a big influx of workable people that came in with work visas, and they came in as families. And I shit you not, like strawberry season was the funnest time of the year because those crates that they put the pints in.
Boys.
What?
On Jeremy's live today, a resident of Otter Creek came forward and said they firsthand witnessed LMNOP and Crook posting the signs under a streetlight.
Ooh.
Uh-oh. They better have proof of it, because if they don't have proof, it's just they're going to blame it on, oh, Jeremy supporters.
Well,
But anyway,
the thing is, if they're willing to go under oath.
right. That'd be
I know
another story
Ferndale.
too. Because as
Yeah, I
hot
grew
as
up
she
in
was when
Toledo.
she walked out of that meeting last night, I'd hate to live in that town and have to deal with those two morons.
Hey mods, can y'all make sure to drop TC's link in all 3 chats, please?
But yeah, it's crazy stuff. Like you're saying, yeah, they work as a team, the family mentality. I mean, they get together. They had 7, 8, 9-year-old kids sitting there, and they were folding those crates, just throwing them in the middle. And then one of the two of the kids would sit there and stack them up. But yeah, somebody needs a vehicle, the whole family works to get the money for the vehicle. It's pretty courageous. I mean, I've never seen full-blooded Americans work that hard as a unit, as a family structure. And I'm just talking to myself. Skipper's gone again, and Georgie's doing Georgie stuff.
I'm back.
There he's back.
I didn't even realize I was muted.
Man, I
However,
didn't even pay attention. I didn't even notice Skipper gone until I took a breath and looked up.
oh, that's the same. I was reading a message from Miss Karen. I've not had a chance to watch Jeremy's video, but now I want to for sure because
Oh yes. I'm definitely going to be watching that.
there's a video of Crook and Lynette and the person who saw them putting up the signs arguing with each other.
Oh lordy, who took the video?
I don't know.
That would be interesting.
The witness in the community has come forward because they saw LP and Crook with the child in town putting up the defamation signs and are now arguing with each other.
So I wonder what did this person confront them, or I mean, how did Lynette find out that these people did this or saw them?
I have no idea. We're gonna have to definitely watch Jeremy's video after stream.
Oh, most definitely. I'm curious as hell now.
The person said they're willing to testify. This is gonna be interesting. I've got to go see this video.
Boy, the internet is not liking Skipper today.
Nope, not at all. Restream does not like him today.
But, oh, buddy. Oh, I read this motion. We are going to have some fun, guys and gals. Let me tell you now. Ooh, McSteamy is pissed.
Huh. Oh, Coopy.
What'd I do? Oh,
What?
look at there. Whose side that on?
I don't know. Skipper.
Yep.
That's what I want to know, Nanny Goat. Why'd they wait so long to come forward? Something had to happen to make them want to come forward. Oh, while we are waiting for everyone to roll in, can we send a congratulations to Yoda and Mrs. Yoda on the news they got today? The babies are healthy. Some of us got to hear the heartbeats. Poor Skipper. He ain't got no luck. Jojo! Oh, who brought him in here? Hi, dinosaur. TC is frozen. Skipper's is malfunctioning. Welcome to Harvester.
Technology don't like these guys today.
Now, why would I do that?
Do what?
Read the chat.
Yeah, I know.
Skipper pulled a Don the Con and walked out. Oh, you gotta love technology. Hi, T-Rex.
Hey, how are you? What happened to Skipper?
No.
He's having technical difficulties.
Ah,
Just like
what he was talking about? Yeah. Too.
Yes, your signal is horrible.
Yep.
That's really weird because it says I've got full bars.
Okay, I can hear now.
Yeah, I hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
All right. So I was going to clarify. Yeah, I got called to testify against my friend by the city of Albert Lee city attorney because they wanted to keep me off the stand, my friend. So they subverted the process and subpoenaed me to testify against her. And then when I showed up for the court date, the city attorney approached me in the waiting area and told me that I was under direct orders from the judge to not mention or refer to the United States Constitution in any way, shape, or form, or I would be held in contempt and face jail time. All of that because Lisa, who was the owner and operator of the Interchange Coffee and Wine Bistro, refused to comply the second time around with the second round of shutdowns in the state of Minnesota. And because she was going to lose her business, she was going to lose everything she invested. And she, along with about 100 others, were not combined this time. And they decided to looks like but it's the only business that actually was don't know. Did any of that come through?
I heard most of it.
Okay. So yeah, it was during COVID where I coined the phrase "people stayed in Marxisota."
I feel like I'm in a Verizon commercial. Can you hear me now?
So yeah, imagine being subpoenaed to testify against someone whose story you had been telling, and then being told you couldn't talk about the one thing that guaranteed you the right to have witnesses.
Is that judge still on the bench?
Oh yeah, yep. And
Luna, no, because it keeps cutting out. Rosalind, hello, sweet lady. Yes, Kitty. The judge did approve Bubbles to get 30 days on Fed 2.
10 days.
No, 30.
Okay.
He approved the 30 days.
Okay.
Which is stupid.
Okay.
See, now you're making me want to go back and reread it because I feel like I might have read it wrong.
Well, I figured we were going to read it for these fine folks that came to see us.
I thought we already did. Didn't we read it this morning?
The one that just came in from the judge? No.
No. Not the Fed 1 order from the judge, but the one that we got in this morning when we were streaming, Fed 2.
Yeah, that's for 10 days. He asked for 30.
Sorry about that.
Randy said 10. Oh my God.
so I don't know. Did that spark any frustration in anybody now that I explained what actually happened?
It says his response to plaintiff's complaint is due 30 days from the date of this order. I don't know. I'm so confused with this case at this point.
A lot of these cases can get very confusing.
Yes, especially when it comes to Bubbles.
Is it all this civil litigation you guys are talking about?
Yes.
Yeah, it's federal but civil.
So who's the plaintiff? Jeremy?
Yes, Jeremy's the plaintiff on both cases.
So Jeremy's suing Bubbles?
Well, actually,
And Bubbles is an actual attorney?
Yes.
Bubbles
Bubbles
is suing Bubbles in the second case, and Bubbles is representing Lynette in the first case.
Okay, so he's suing Lynette in one case and suing Bubbles in the other.
Yeah, Bubbles and about 8 other people, to include Lynette.
Okay, so and these are all in relation to defamation?
Yes.
Defamation, harassment, stalking.
So what's... Oh, they're getting him for... They're suing him civilly for stalking?
Yes. Well,
He's suing them because they're interfering in his business. Like they've been interfering with when he gets sponsors for a show, they start mass contacting them, as an example.
So it's less stalking and more like harassment.
Yes. The stalking mainly comes from Lynette.
Which is where the
moving next to
defamation
him.
comes in. Did he pursue criminal charges on that?
He's tried. He has a civil protection order out of Ohio because they contacted his local mayor in Ohio. But Levy County Sheriff refuses to enforce the civil protection orders in any way.
So Levy's Florida, though, right?
Yes,
And so Levy won't enforce the Ohio orders.
that's correct. So whenever they come to where he's at or do anything to him, he calls Levy, makes a police report, and then files in Ohio for contempt.
Yeah, that's, like it or not, that's one of the benefits of independent local jurisdiction. That's a tough one to get a sheriff or any law enforcement agency from another jurisdiction to enforce an order when they're not party to the order.
Yeah, so because he has multiple contempt and CPO in Ohio, he's then taken everything to federal court in Florida. Because even the courts in Florida were not doing anything and were actually taking actions against him.
That's interesting
He got the judge removed
we all
from the
know
case.
that the courts are never neutral. You got the Florida judge removed from the case?
Yeah, in the county court, the Florida judge was removed from the case, and the case that was against him got dropped. So that's when he then filed in federal.
So is he suing the county or the state as well? I mean, because that's a different lawsuit. That's a USC. That's deprivation of rights under the color of law.
Yeah, he hasn't done that yet, but I expect after the second federal lawsuit is up, that's going to be his next move.
Because that would be precedent setting if he could actually sue that county or that judge in particular. The problem with a lot of this, so I'm sure you guys have talked about this before, but the problem with a lot of this is what's referred to as standing. And standing can be really difficult to establish. And even though the judge is removed from the case and the case is dismissed, it can be very difficult to prove malfeasance, intentional malfeasance on the part of the judge. And it can also be very difficult to get judicial immunity removed. And for those that aren't familiar, judicial immunity is basically qualified immunity for judges.
I don't think he's gonna.
And if you're not familiar with,
I don't think he's gonna sue the judge.
Go ahead.
I think he'll sue the county and the sheriff's department for the sheriff's department actions, because while they've refused to do anything and they've put in some pretty biased police reports, the Ohio judge has still taken those reports and found them to be a violation of the law in the CPO. So the fact that they haven't enforced the CPO and a judge has, I think, is going to be make that an easy case in federal court against the sheriff when it gets to that.
well, it'll be an easy case more than likely, but that doesn't necessarily remove qualified immunity from the sheriff. So one of the steps he's going to have to take is to sue or actually ask on standing that the sheriff himself and the agency as a whole, if he's naming anybody besides the sheriff, he's going to have to actually ask for qualified immunity to be revoked, because qualified immunity is immediately attached, automatically by default attached anytime law enforcement or actually anybody in the public sector is involved. People aren't aware of this, and if they were, they'd be a lot less likely to defend qualified immunity for cops. Everybody that works in the public sector is automatically entitled to qualified immunity. Everybody.
I don't even
From
know.
school janitors to teachers.
I don't know if it'll come to that, because at that point he'll have multiple, because with what's happened in this first federal case, I think he's going to win via summary judgment. Then we'll go forward with the second case, and these people, they just keep violating the civil protection order. So I don't know if the county will want to take up that battle. I think they'll just settle it very quickly.
Well, yeah, I think you're right, that they'll settle, which is this is where a lot of people get frustrated with me, because so when I was offered a settlement in the sheriff's office over their mishandling of my employment, and Skipper, you're well aware of this story. When they offered the settlement to me, I took it because I was in the mindset at the time that I didn't think that I should sue, because I shouldn't pin the responsibility on the taxpayers of the county for the sheriff's egregious errors. What I hope that Jeremy does is that he takes the county to the cleaners, even if a qualified immunity is attached, because you're never going to see reform in these agencies like the Levy County Sheriff's Office, or even in the courts, if the taxpayers aren't on the hook to pay it. And if he can get us a sufficient enough settlement from the county, the county's bonding agency, basically their insurance against lawsuits, if they have to pay out, if the agency that they're bonded through has to pay out enough, they'll drop the bonding insurance for the county. They'll say, you're too much of a risk. This case proves you're too much of a risk. And if you get dropped by a bonding agency, you won't get bonding anywhere else. So they'll have to self-insure against lawsuits, and that will put the taxpayers of Levy County will be on the hook. And anytime there's a lawsuit involving the sheriff or anybody else in the county, they'll have to go to the taxpayers basically and say, by the way, this is coming out of your property taxes, and that will bring about reform. And that has happened a lot.
Yep, totally agree.
Don't ask me to cite cases right off the top of my head, because I only came on to explain my testimony thing.
Oh, if you sit here and listen to what this lawyer has been doing, your flabbers will be gasted.
Well, I've heard enough from you guys that I know my flabbers are already gasted. I'm just not. I'm so far behind the power curve that to try and get involved in it now would drive me insane with everything else I'm working on. I will say this quick. The last time that we talked, I mentioned that I was going to be covering the trial of that state trooper that killed Olivia Flores back on May 18th. He's managed to get the trial now pushed off until at the earliest April 14th. So I am going to be trying to cover that. So you guys may want to start paying attention to that.
Excellent.
You guys are really into this kind of stuff. So, but yeah, those of you who are from Minnesota and watching but have never heard of me, where have you been? Thank you guys for letting me come in and self-promote for a minute. I'm going to go check on the chickens. They've been locked up all day because it's been. We had 74 degrees on Friday, and then it snowed Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Snowed and rained, and it was super rainy and snowy today. So I left the ladies locked up. So I got to go check on them, make sure they didn't devour one another and have Dahmer Donner Party fashion.
Are you? Not you.
Am I what?
I'm talking to myself out loud.
She's probably
There's
reading ahead.
There's medication for
No,
that.
no, 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 no. I just received a screenshot.
Oh, well, I'll let you guys talk about it. I'll catch you guys later.
All right, TC.
All
Have a
right,
good
thanks,
one, bud.
TC.
Bye, TC. So, I just received a screenshot, and Bubbles has been raising money to subpoena Zim, and he has raised $445 so far on PayPal.
So,
Okay.
so Zim was not served.
Hang on, why is it not working?
Because you're in control of it.
Hey,
Hey,
why are you being mean to me? There we go.
I'm glad TC was able to jump in here. Him being a former deputy himself, he's very knowledgeable about a lot of this.
This was organized by Bruce Maskin. It says invoices owed for Zim efforts at service of subpoena. It says Zim evaded service, but the process server made 8 attempts, plus one at town hall. The total owed is $385. They've raised $445.80.
and Zim's still not.
I mean,
served.
that's not necessarily evading service. It could potentially be, but yeah, that's just funny that they had to raise money.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Or we've said it. He's sitting there wanting attorney fees and all this working pro bono, but yet he's not telling the judge that he raised almost $4,000 for the depots. Now he's raised almost $500 to have Zim subpoenaed. Okay, why does he think he gets money from Randy? It's not Randy's job to subpoena.
That can all be put in court. That can all be put in court. No, TC is not a lawyer. He's a former sheriff's deputy.
I don't think it's going to even make it to court anymore. I think after today's debacle and him not showing up in the morning, I think it's over. It's done.
Yeah.
He just cost Lynette a shit ton of money.
Yes, he did.
Because more than likely, Jeremy's going to win on default because judge is going to give him the summary judgment. I can just about hear it now. Oh, what?
His wife posted pictures on her Facebook earlier today of him and her at this cute little coffee shop, saying today was a magical day.
Who?
Tamara, Bruce's wife, and she tagged him in it.
I thought she was hurt, laid up in bed.
That part.
You know, Bruce. Send these to the judge.
Bruce, if you're going to tell lies, make sure your wife doesn't post pictures of you two together in a coffee shop having the most joyous time in the world on Facebook for the world to see.
And them coffee shops aren't cheap. So he can't afford to fly his ass down here, but they can go drink $10 coffees. Okay.
This was a fancy coffee shop where they give you the little glass mugs with the pretty little art on your coffee, and they had these baguettes, and yeah,
those woke people places.
No, he's got court on Friday, so, but he won't be there. He's got other cases.
No, court's Thursday, tomorrow.
Yep.
And that's what I love about. I did see that in this order, is that the judge definitely responded to that.
Oh yes.
No,
yes. The judge was very, very snarky. I can't wait to dive into this. Oh,
Yeety, you watch Resident Alien 2? I love that show.
I watched the first season. I liked the first season. I haven't watched the second.
I just started Stargate Universe over, so
You're
I've been
okay, Fran. We haven't gotten into it yet.
Yep, we're fixing to dive into that sucker here shortly.
Sorry, guys. I had to do a mom stuff. The husband just got an emergency call. We have a massive water leak outside.
Mr. Georgie can handle it.
Yeah, but he's not able to watch Tiny, so I had to send the girls in there to watch their brother while I do this. Yes, McDreamy has responded to Bubbles' nonsense from this morning. This is good. This is really, really good. Have you read it yet, Coop?
Oh yeah, I read the whole damn thing. That's why I'm itching for this to be read, because I don't want to spill the beans. It's hard holding back.
Right? Oh my God, it was great.
Have you read it,
Okay.
Mikey?
I read most of it.
All right. It says this matters before the court on defendant's notice of defendant's counsel's inability to appear, April, and request to decide motion number 96 and show cause based on number 115, doc 124. That document was filed today. To the extent defendant's counsel seeks leave not to attend the hearing that was scheduled nearly 3 weeks ago for tomorrow, April 3rd. The request is denied.
That's one.
That's one.
Denied.
There's multiple in here. This gets great, amazing. Similarly to the context, the filing requests a continuance or a stay of the hearing scheduled for tomorrow. The request is denied.
That's two.
The hearing will go forward tomorrow as scheduled. Footnote 1. Yesterday, defendants filed a motion to vacate consent to magistrate, doc 123. Defendant's current motion, doc 124, makes reference to that possibility of a stay being issued by the district judge in response to doc 123. The court would note that no stay has been issued by the district judge, and merely requesting a stay does not excuse noncompliance with, hang on, I gotta scroll, an order. Roche Diagnostics Corp. v. Surplus Diabetic Incorporated, Florida, July 6, 2020, recognizing that the mere filing of a motion to stay does not excuse noncompliance with a court order. The hearing in this case was noticed nearly 3 weeks ago on March 14th. So you was right this morning, Coop. It has been 3 weeks.
Yee.
Thus,
Yep.
defendant's counsel had more than sufficient time to make travel arrangements. Moreover, defendant's counsel had ample time to file a motion seeking a continuance of the hearing if there was a true scheduling conflict. Instead, he waited until the 11th hour to allege, quite dubiously, that he has a scheduling conflict. That is
Bad news doesn't get better with time.
Nope.
That is despite the fact that since March 14th, 2025, defendant's counsel has filed plenty of other documents. See docs 100, 104, 105, 111, 112, 114, 115, 116, 117.
9 motions. 9 motions he's filed since the judge told him he had to come to court and to stop his nonsense. 9.
Because defendant's counsel has complained about needing to travel to Florida for this hearing, the court would point out that defendant's counsel chose to handle a case pending in Florida. Thus, he should have anticipated traveling to Florida for court appearances. See Puck v. Silverman. And no, guys, that is not Silver Scam. We already checked. I went and looked up this case just to make sure, because it was a Florida case. Stating that because the parties chose to appear in this district, knowing that it was across the country, they should expect to appear in court as required. If counsel did not want to incur the cost and spend the time to travel to Florida for court appearances, then he should not have entered an appearance in this case. Lawyers from across the country regularly appear before this court. And when the court sets a hearing, those lawyers get on a plane and attend the hearing. That is part of the deal when a lawyer decides to take on litigation in a far-flung jurisdiction. Finally, the court would be remiss if it did not address defendant's counsel's claim that he fears being arrested if he attends the hearing tomorrow. Absurd. For the reasons above, defendant's notice of defendant's counsel's inability to appear April 3rd and request to decide motion number 96 and show cause based on number 115, doc 124, is denied.
In them big black letters. Yes, yes, yes.
3 denials in one order. So ordered this second day of April, 2025.
Did anyone else notice the sarcasm in this motion or in this order?
I was reading the anger in it. Like, I am so sick of your shit. That's why, as I was getting
World
further
star.
reading, my attitude was growing because I could just feel McDreamy get angry.
This court would be remiss if it didn't address his claim. Absurd.
That's priceless. Oh my God.
Hey, fleas. Bubbles is absurd, according to the magistrate.
Yep. Oh, now, being arrested. He attends the hearing tomorrow. Absurd. Claims that he's being arrested if he attends the hearing tomorrow. Absurd.
The claims of fearing being arrested, he finds absurd.
Oh man, I hope Bubbles gets his ass on a plane. I don't think he scammed enough money. I think that's the reason why he's not coming. He didn't get enough money to bring him and his old lady down here on vacation. So he's trying to get out of it.
Chat, do you think he arrives tomorrow? Press 1 for no, he does not. 2, that he does. 1, he does not. 2, he does. 2, he does. Will he be in court? I say number 1, he will not be in court.
The hearing is at 1 p.m. Central tomorrow.
I can't remember. I know it's tomorrow.
I see all the ones. I don't see. And there was people actually asking Lisa in her chat if Bruce was on a red eye. She wouldn't answer it.
If he's smart, he'll show up. But
you know what's even funnier?
We all know he's not smart.
Making me laugh.
Coop, you know what's even funnier? Bruce's wife was in Lisa's chat, and people were asking her, "Is Bruce on a red eye to Florida?"
Did she even answer?
No.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Tony said 1 p.m.
What a fool. Absurd fool.
Mary, you think he's going to show? Really? Wow. See, girl, you think he's going to show? Wow. That's two
right,
people
Kelly?
that think he's going to show.
He will get arrested if he doesn't show. I believe that.
Oh, for sure. I can see McDreamy has already got a bench warrant written up, and he's just waiting for the go tomorrow. I feel like that's what's going to happen.
I just don't see where the bunch of them morons get off thinking that they can just disobey court orders and everything will be okay.
That part.
They didn't show up for their depots. I mean, I don't get it. All right, Skipper.
I read the footnote, Al.
I'm going to try to be back, but I'm going to head out.
All right, put the medal in the middle. Later.
And then it was back to us.
I love having Skipper on. He's a hoot. He helps us with a lot of stuff that, we don't know. And, I've said this time and time again, and our chat knows you and I are not lawyers, okay? And we give our opinion on this stuff. And if we have serious questions we need answers to, we go to people like Mike and people that know more than we do.
Right.
But we don't claim to know everything under the sun about this shit. We're not out here beating our chest and saying, I know it all. I've done it all. I've seen it all. No, we're just offering our opinion. Whether you take it or not, that's up to y'all.
Mm-hmm. Lady Tammy, I have to say I agree with you 100%. I wholeheartedly believe he will be held in contempt tomorrow. I feel like there will be a bench warrant filed. I do.
My prediction is he loses pro hac vici, and he is sanctioned for lawyer's fees for Randy, and he is also sanctioned for not
These
showing
motions?
up, contempt. Yep, and sanctioned for the motions that he was told not to file.
Yeah,
that's my prediction. I'm kind of leaning towards him not being arrested. I think the judge is going to say, okay, you didn't want to come and show your face in my courtroom after I told you, so now it's going to cost you more than ever.
I think it's hilarious. Like, I'm scared I'm going to get arrested, so I'm not going to show up to this court-ordered hearing.
That's garbage.
So he can get arrested. Just so he can get arrested anyway.
Right. That's totally and complete garbage right there. The judge made reference to both Randy and him. If they continued being dumbasses, they could possibly see jail time for contempt. Nowhere has this judge ever threatened to throw him in jail over this.
Jim thinks that he'll be removed from pro hac vici, and he thinks that there'll be a summary judgment.
Who that?
Jim Cochran says he thinks Bubbles will get removed and that there will be a summary judgment in favor of Jeremy.
Right. The way I think it's going to play is similar to that, Jim. I think you're on it. I think he's going to be removed. He's going to be sanctioned. And then Randy's going to bring up a motion right there in front of the judge tomorrow saying, hey, look, this is how much disregard this man has for the court. We file for summary judgment right now. The judge is going to say, let's step back, and I will give you an answer on that in a few weeks. I think Mike brought that up yesterday. That's what I think. I think he's going to say, we're going to table this for a couple of weeks, and we're going to come back to it, and more than likely, Jeremy will get it.
Yeah, I feel like that whether Bruce shows up or not tomorrow, I know that McDreamy wants to discuss with Randy as well. His behavior was being addressed as well tomorrow. So maybe Randy will hand over all the evidence of Bubbles' bad behavior.
Right. And I think that's what
Bubbles
Bubbles
ask for permission to file the summary judgment.
Right. I think that's the reason why Bubbles don't want to show up, because Randy's going to show up with all this evidence, proving all of this garbage that Bubbles has brought forth against Randy. Randy's got the receipts. He paid his part of the deposition. That's one. He's going to show receipts. Two, what was the other one he claimed? Oh, he said he was being rude. Randy never called you a scumbag, prick. Yeah, Randy's going to show up with all the proof, just like you said. It's going to be something else.
Patrick said, I think if he has not left his residence by 5 a.m., the marshals will apprehend him and fly by government jet to Pensacola so he can be in court by 1 p.m. I don't think it'll move that quick.
No. But then again, Marshal Service does have their own jets.
They do. And there's U.S. Marshals in every single state. So they could literally grab him in his state and pass him on to each marshal all the way to Florida.
But I think somebody in the chat said tomorrow was 1 o'clock. They had to be there tomorrow afternoon, right?
1 p.m. Central Time. Yes, sir.
So there's absolutely no way that they could have him back in Florida in front of the judge by 5 o'clock. Because 1 o'clock, he's not going to show up. Okay, judge issues an order to pick him up. By the time they get him picked up, put on a plane, it's already the next day here. I mean, there's no way they'll be there by 5 o'clock. And that judge is not going to make Randy stick around till 5 o'clock business time. But he could ask Randy to show up the next day, but I don't think they're going to do that. I think the jail stuff, that'd just be icing on the cake, I think. You know what I mean, Georgie? If he
Yep.
if he gets a warrant for jail or anything, I think that'll just be more gravy for the potatoes.
See, Bruce? Bruce and Tamara was in a coffee shop. This post was made 4 days ago.
Scroll in a little bit.
I zoomed in as far as, well, I might be able to do it with this. Like
Did you
taught me.
download this to your computer? Yeah, there you go. You should be able to scroll in with your wheel. I don't see anything on her arm.
Yeah, me neither. This was 4 days ago.
She does not look like she is in excruciating pain.
Bruce doesn't look scared either.
Nope.
See their fancy little lattes?
Yep.
As you can clearly see, that says 4 days ago. Relaxed and happy, hashtag in love. Today is strangely a magical and beautiful day.
McSteamy, you've got to see this, brother. Boy, you two are, I'll be glad when we get them curtains hung up. Man, that sun is coming right through the windows behind me. If I had my camera on right now, y'all would be blinded. But oh yeah, I think I'm really surprised that the judge even answered anything. I figured he would wait till tomorrow, just to give Bubbles the benefit of the doubt. But that motion that Bubbles filed today, where he just flat out said, I'm not going to be there, I think that pissed the judge off, and he's not going to wait. He just let him have it today.
Oh, how I wish there was a way I could get this picture not only to Jeremy, which I know I can email it to Jeremy, but
Just hold on.
to the head honcho. He's in so much fear. Yeah, he looks like he's so scared.
Now you done moved it on me. Scroll it back down. Hold on. So right there. Don't go no farther. Man skin. That's a fucked up name. Okay, you can play with it now. I got what I needed. I shall return.
Since he said, my rotator been torn for years, didn't know it was a get out of jail card, right? Jeremy does have it? Okay, good deal. Thank you, Jessica. This was just posted 4 days ago, Kelly. You can clearly see the date. Oh, I don't like this. I don't like that either. Put it back. There we go. Yes, Miss Pam. Patience is pregnant. The other screenshot, I already shared that one, where he raised almost $500 to be able to serve them. I wonder if that was a soy cha latte, or I don't know how to pronounce it.
Me no know.
I'm not a bougie person.
Yeah. By the way, thank you, Tamara. You put us up a new picture of your man that we can send off to all of our little buddies to have fun with.
That part. Texas Mamie said, did you hear Lisa asking her chat, who does he think he is making Bruce go to Florida? He's the federal judge. That's who he is.
Yeah, buddy.
Who does Bubble thinks he is? Asking to be pro hoc vice in a Florida case and then refusing to do his job that he applied to do.
Exactly. Oh, that's what I love. The judge flat out explaining to him what it is to be a lawyer. Okay. If you can't handle the role of a lawyer, why did you take the case?
That was my favorite part of the
That
movie.
was so awesome. I mean, oh, where's that at? Okay.
Yeah, she said it wasn't fair that they held the Jeremy's depot and this hearing is in Pensacola. Well, this hearing is specifically just for the attorneys. How is it unfair? He's coming from Boston. She made the comment about it being 5 hours from Otter Creek. Lynette doesn't have to be there, so that doesn't matter. That's irrelevant to the argument. And the judge already said that when he made the order for Bruce to be there.
He made it a point to say that the litigants themselves do not have to be there. It's only the lawyers. Lawyers from across the country regularly appear before this court. And when the court sets a hearing, those lawyers get on a plane and attend the hearing. I mean, how much clearer? It's in the little lawyer handbook, you know? I mean, shit. I lost Georgie. She's gone.
No, I'm reading chats. Yamaha, well, hello.
Oh, I hope you caught it all, Yamaha.
He said U.S. Marshals cannot just grab him and run to Florida. Bubbles would still have an extradition hearing.
Exactly.
He will fight it, but will lose. So tomorrow won't happen anyways.
Well, I think I talked about this earlier this morning. Here in Florida, the police can only hold you for 30 days. So that gives the opposing state, the one that's wanting you extradited, that gives them 30 days to make up their mind what they're going to do. And if they don't make up their mind within 30 days, law enforcement cuts you loose. They just turn you back out on the street. So just imagine if the state he lives in has the same ordeal. McDreamy could make him sit in there for 29 days and then issue an order to have him brought to Florida. Then he could make him sit in Florida as long as he wants before he brings him to him.
I don't know which side this is on, but he says, thank you, Buck Naked. If Bubble shows up tomorrow, he will have his affidavit of indigency filled out and with him. Probably. That would be funny.
Okay. Have fun. Buck Naked sent you something, didn't he?
Yeah, I got it pulled up. Thank you, Buck Naked, for the $5 super chat. He said if Bubble shows up tomorrow, he will have his affidavit of indigency filled out and with him. I wouldn't doubt it.
Indigency? So he's going to claim he's poor?
I mean, he technically already did in that motion that we read earlier today. That was just a nod.
Oh my God. He's poor. Okay. Judging from those pictures, he's not poor.
Yeah. Well, that's probably her money that's being spent on those fancy lattes.
Who knows? I really don't care whose money it is, but he's not indigenous. I mean, it's obvious he had money to pay for the deposition. He's got money now to pay for Zim to be served. He had money to come down to the first deposition that the judge made him come down for.
He said he can't afford the flight.
Well, sorry, it sucks to be him. He should have thought about that before he took Liar Nut on as a client.
I'm trying. This screenshot will debunk that. He's
Yeah.
running PayPal funds. Like, bro, he's got money. I have
Monster
a mad
Man's
tiny
on a
man.
tear.
Dwayne Rat, thank you for the $5 super chat. He said he gifted Bubbles a membership on J-Hip. That's what I love about the gifted memberships. Like, it brings out the trolls and the lurkers that are watching from the hate side. It's hilarious.
Yeah, you know what really kills me about all that is YouTube randomly picks who gets the memberships. We know that. But what's so funny is the fact that when you have other channels bitching and bellyaching, say for instance the Fleas bitching and bellyaching about our channel, and then they get a membership. If they hate our channel so damn much, why are they watching? Why are they a member? Why are they a subscriber?
Exactly, because you have to be subscribed to win a membership.
Exactly. So if I hated another channel, if I hated that person and I didn't want anything to do with them and I didn't want to watch their content, I wouldn't be subscribed to them. It's that simple. Who got a membership on J-Hip?
Bubbles.
Bubbles did. So that means Bubbles is literally subscribed watching the content of a creator on this side of the fence.
Are they getting worse, Tim? Because I know it's going to be a long night for those of us in Dixie Alley tonight.
So how you feeling today, Tim? You doing all right, bud? I know last time we talked to him, he was in a lot of pain. So I hope he's doing okay.
Allie.
Hello, Allie. How you doing, girl? Copper Wise, what's happening?
Copper.
About JH having had PO in Ohio and claiming, who cares? It's 10 years ago. And according to Jeremy and according to the state, anybody that gets divorced, both spouses get the restraining order, not just one, both. I bet she left that part out, didn't she, Copper Wise?
What time is BBB's last bus to Pensacola? That left a long time ago.
He should have hit that bus up on Saturday. Was it about 3 days by bus? I think we said it was 3 or 4 days.
Yeah. So he should have left Friday, Saturday.
No, I wouldn't have left any later than Sunday, and that probably would have put him here late Tuesday night or Wednesday night.
Yeah. Yes, Jessica, it is the beginning of tornado season in this side of the country. That's for sure.
Because, man, think about it. A 3-day trip on a bus, basically sitting up for 3 days. I'd want a whole day just to chill out and relax before I had to be in court.
Uh-huh. Hi, Daniel.
What's up? What's up, Daniel? Yes, we do love you, brother. That's the reason why we didn't schedule our live tonight until 2 hours after you started yours, giving you time to have your heyday over there.
Get your watch hours. Jeremy! Hi, darling. Yes, they are. I was told George was driving or was in the car, so I'm guessing they are on their way to Pensacola.
Knowing Jeremy, they're probably going to get up there tonight. They're going to chill out, maybe, just they like to travel, so they'll chill out in a hotel tonight. Randy, on the other hand, he'll probably cruise up there tomorrow. He'll probably leave early in the morning. I haven't heard anything about Larry yet. Wonder if Larry's meeting them there.
That's my understanding, is they were going to meet up and hang out for a few days. Good evening, Mr. Larry and Miss Saucy. I hope you guys are enjoying y'all's camping trip.
Yes. Hey, by the way, I saw you this morning. I was going to say hi, but Georgie was right in the middle of reading, and I didn't want her to lose train of thought.
Oh my
So-
God, we were getting them back to back to back this morning. We didn't get a break.
This morning was a busy morning.
Yes, it was. And then this afternoon, McDreamy comes out hot.
And I'm telling you right now, I've told you all this for a week now. He's going to be filing motions every day. After the judge gave him the order or the denial today, I guarantee he's filing a response on it tomorrow. While sitting in his house up there in wherever it is, Liberal Land, he's going to file a motion trying to call the judge out on what his judge just said today. You watch and see.
If he is dumb enough to sit here and argue with the judge through motions, it just, oh my God. I have to hand it to him. He got some balls to talk to a judge the way he's talking to him.
Oh yeah, especially that first one he filed yesterday. Oh my God. Everything he had in that motion yesterday was just, I'm going to use the word the judge used, absurd.
Yes,
and
that part.
Then to come back and trying to apologize this morning and basically say, well, guess what, judge? Fuck you. I'm not coming.
Yeah, I heard her, Kimmy. They're trying to say that Jeremy's paying off the judge. They're literally grasping straws because they're not getting their way. Right, Steve, but not enough balls to show up. Exactly. Like he's got some big balls to sit there and speak to the judge the way he's been speaking to him in these motions. But he's a coward to not show up tomorrow. And that's some narcissistic stuff. Like, you're going to speak to these people this way when you're behind that keyboard writing these 20-something page motions. But you're not going to show up and face the tune of the music that you caused for yourself because of the bullshit you've written?
Lordy.
Not only that, Miss Cincy, but he's got the Guinness Book of Records on denials. He got 3 in one order tonight. I counted that right, Coop? 3 and 1?
Yeah. What? Yeah, denies? Yeah, 3 and 1. Tammy,
Yeah.
that girl, I'm telling you right now, Miss Tammy, or Kimmy, Miss Kimmy, if the roles were reversed, could you imagine the meltdown that the Fleas would be having? They would be going absolutely nuts.
They'd be having a party if it was the other way around.
Yep. Matter of fact, Alley Cat, I think the judge has bent over quite a bit for old Bubbles. I'm surprised that the judge has been as nice in his wording as he has. I mean, Bubbles, that motion that was filed yesterday was just absurd.
Yes. Or you mean the one this morning?
No, the one yesterday where he was calling the judge out. The
23-page one.
Yeah, he was throwing everything at the judge.
And then this morning, I'm sorry, Judge. I'm sorry. It was like a different personality from the 23-pager to the 5-pager this morning.
Right. He called the judge out. Basically told the judge he didn't know what he was talking about on every motion that Bubbles has been denied on. So he told the judge that, hey, you're not a judge. You're just a piece of shit. And you don't deserve to be sitting on that bench. Every decision that the judges denied him on, he wanted to rub it in the judge's face. That's
Mm-hmm.
And in the day, like you said, today he comes in trying to apologize. By the way, Judge, I'm so sorry about the motion I filed yesterday, but guess what? Fuck off. I'm not coming.
That's exactly, to sum it all up, that's exactly what it was, Coop.
Yep.
I want to
There
see
you-
hashtag absurd in the
I
chat.
was just fixing to say that. Oh, where's Susie at? She loves doing them hashtags. Get on it, Susie.
Wheelie, he may be back before we end. We don't know yet.
I think he's headed home. So
Yeah,
when
he's
if
driving.
we're still on when he gets home, he'll jump on the computer and it'll be a lot better. He's been having some issues with his phone, man, and that's really weird because usually he's not had that much problem on his phone.
No, I usually prefer it when he's on his phone.
Yeah, most of the time when he's at work and jumps on with us, it's just fine. It's only when he's in his car that he'll cut out every once in a while. But man, it was really screwed up.
There it is, Kelly. Hashtag absurd.
There you go.
I want to see all 353 of y'all watching. Type hashtag absurd in all three chats.
Absurd.
Jerry put hashtag FAFO.
Hey, there you go. That works.
Bolito. I know you ain't. What? I'm confused now.
He's probably hooraying to the judge.
You're fine, Wheelie. You asked a question and we answered it, darling.
Who
I'm
that?
sure
What
he'll
that?
be back.
What happened?
Wheelie said, "Oh, sorry, I was late, did not know." And I was like, "You're fine. You asked a question and we answered it. That's what we're here for."
What did they ask?
They asked where Vet Nation was.
Oh, yeah, he's probably headed home right now. Hopefully he'll be on. He'll jump on before we get off.
Yeah, hopefully.
Oh, hell, we already been going over an hour.
Well, Miss Fran, we love having you here in our chats.
Oh,
We love all of you.
Did she claim that did she actually come out and claim that the election was rigged?
Did she? I didn't know that.
Well, crazy about a mercenary, whatever it is. Mercury. Yeah, crazy about a Mercury. It's their comment. She already claimed the election was rigged. Well, when is it not rigged? I'm waiting for her to come out and say that those 45 undervotes were hers and they stole them from her.
Oh, I see the comment you was referring to now. I had to scroll for it. She already claimed it was rigged. Of course she did.
Bubbles telling judge not to mess with the almighty. Yeah, that's about right, Jerry. You're about right on that. Not to mess with the almighty Bubbles. Well, I got news for the almighty Bubbles. He better pack a toothbrush when they come to get him.
I seen Marianne said apparently she said, yes, Georgie and Coop, they are nasty and headed for you. Well, they can talk about us all they want because we enjoy trolling them.
It don't bother me. I find them hilarious. I mean,
right?
That's one of the most entertaining things in my life is watching ignorance blossom online. Okay. When I see people, they're so freaking dumb to spout some of the stupidest shit in the world. That to me is entertaining. Just knowing, damn, there's people out there that fucking stupid.
That part.
So I don't give a shit if they talk about me or not.
Oh, Wheelie. Well, we will keep you in our prayers, love. On the 11th is her birthday, and they're having heart surgery.
Well, happy birthday, and I hope everything goes very, very well.
Chat, make sure you are subscribed to all three channels that are currently paired to this stream. We have Mr. Coop, we have Veteran Nation, and we have me, the Wilburns. Make sure you are subscribed and you give a thumbs up to all 3 channels.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize that right now we have 3 different channels paired running this same stream at the same time. And a lot of you guys, if you haven't noticed, we have an overlay up on the screen. Okay, that merges all 3 channels comments together. So if you're talking to somebody, you know, it's going to come up on the screen. It don't matter what chat you're in, it will filter it all into one comment section right on the screen there. So
yeah, right here on the overlay. That way all 3 channels can actually conversate with each other and see what each other's saying.
Right on, right on.
Harry says, in fact, the more they talk about Georgie and Coop, we just get to keep going at them back. I mean, we're drama free over here. I enjoy making fun of them.
Oh yeah. Now see, how can I say this? Some of the stupidity that they do, I actually admire. I know you guys are probably thinking, what the fuck is he talking about? How can he admire anything those idiots do? Well, let me just break it down. I've talked about this before. I love the fact that they can spin their bullshit so thick that their fools watching open their wallets. You got to admire that they can literally get those idiots to open their wallets and give them thousands upon thousands upon thousands of dollars. Now tell me, how can you be mad at somebody that's got the gift of gab like that?
What blows my mind is those people are so mindless that they believe everything she says.
No, their hatred for Jeremy Hales is so bad that they're willing to pay the fleas money. That's crazy. Sorry, Georgie, I interrupted you.
You're fine. Kara, we are thankful for each and every single one of you guys that sit in our chat every day, even when me and Coop's just rambling off about nonsense and just chatting with you guys. That's not about the case.
Oh yeah,
I enjoy our breaks from this case. Especially with Bubbles nonsense.
You know, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say I love them. Hell no. But I admire some of the things that they've accomplished. I mean, just to date, this is just a very raw estimate, I would say that they've gathered well over $100,000 in super chats, monetization. They're begging GoFundMe's or whatever they, hell, they got $3,000 sitting in somebody's back pocket for memorial. That's been what, 2 months? Yeah. 3 months they've been talking about. This still ain't been put up. I mean, think about it, guys. That's pretty slick. To openly go on an open platform like YouTube and get people they've never met just to say, here, take my money. And then they want to bitch about Jeremy Hales with a whatnot selling a product to people. They're mad because they're saying that he's taking advantage of these old people. How? Is he sitting there with a gun telling them, you better bid up this, you better bid on it? They buy it because they want to, not because Jeremy Hales tells them to.
Exactly. Ben Hook said JH did say Bruce knows who settled in the Fed case too, and he knows he is screwed.
Oh!
Wait, how does Bruce know who settled? Oh. I thought it was a secret.
Oh, that's going to be good.
Oh, wait.
No wonder he's freaking out.
But wait, how would Bruce know? Because he's a defendant in Fed 2, not an attorney on Fed 2.
Do what now?
How would Bruce know who settled? Because he's not an attorney on that case. He's a defendant on that case.
Well, now think about it. As nasty and vile as Bruce and the fleas are, who's to say they didn't browbeat the shit out of everyone on that list that's been named as a defendant until one of them caved. He's probably went and threatened every one of them with a lawsuit.
Or hear me out, maybe, just maybe, that group, because we all know they sit in a private Facebook group message and talk shit.
Yep.
Maybe they all got in a fight, and that's how they know who that one person is, because they got in a fight with that person. And they're like, well, if you're going to treat me like this, I'm going to go spill my guts to hells.
Dory, I'm right there with you. I can't wait till tomorrow either. I just about guarantee you, if he doesn't file it tonight, he will file something in the morning. I got a sneaky feeling. But yeah, I agree with you, Georgie. They might have gotten a fight and had a big falling out. But if it was me and I was one of the 10 and I was going to turn on all of them, the last thing I'd be doing is saying, hey, look here, guys. I'm going over here and I'm going to have a talk with Jeremy and I'm going to tell him what all's been going on. That'd be the last thing I'd do. But whoever it is probably stopped associating with them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Well, now, we were speculating yesterday and we came up with Patty Plummer being the one.
I still think it's Patty.
Oh, I do too.
Because Ray Bone Crusher was in Lisa's chat. Robbie was on stream with her. Stupid Dave was in the chat. Marla Hughes was in the chat. John Cook was in the chat.
Right. I mean, there's a lot of stuff out there. I mean, and you know, process of elimination, just you go down the list and you think, okay, who's in the inner circle? Well, we know Fat Stupid Dave isn't. And we know Stupid Dave don't have any money to even try and settle. He lives in his grandmama's basement. All right. Now we got Bone Crusher. Infamous Bone Sucker. Okay. He's got some money, but I don't think he's in with the inner circle. I think he's kind of on the outside.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think he tries to be as vile and nasty and ludicrous as the Fleas do. Swamp Boy, nah. He's got the money, but I don't think Robbie's part of the inner circle because I don't think Robbie wants to be associated in text messages with something like that. You know what I mean?
I don't either.
Tori, she's not even on the suit, so we can count her out right out of the gate. Fat Lisa, she ain't got no money either. Okay. She doesn't work. Her old man's the only one working. They rent, so she's out of the picture. We know it ain't Bruce. MLS, I don't think he's part of the inner circle. He might be.
I don't think he is.
But even if he is, I don't think he has the money either.
MLS only started running his mouth because he got butthurt over Legos.
Right. Let's see. Who else is on there? Well, we know for a fact it ain't Liar Nut and Crook. Yeah. All they have is a blue bucket to piss in, nothing else. So let's see. Who else is on there that I've forgotten? Let's see. That's Stupid Dave, Lynette Crook, Lisa, Bone Sucker, MLS. Did I say Stupid Dave?
We got, okay, I'm going to start from the top. We've got John, Lynette, Lisa, Bruce,
right.
MLS, Stupid Dave,
right.
Marla, Patty.
Oh, forgot about Marla. Marla don't have any money. And she's definitely in the inner circle, but I don't think she has any money. But I do believe that she would have a mountain of evidence. Who else we got?
Ray. Okay. John, Lynette, Bruce, Lisa, Robbie, Ray, Stupid Dave. My brain's not braining.
That brings us back to Patty Plummer. I mean, we know she's got money. And out of all of them, I think she would be the only one that would be so pissed off at him that she's willing to pay Jeremy money and give him evidence. The rest of them, I don't think are willing to do that. one, they don't have the money, and two, they won't be willing to give him money on top of evidence. I think she's the only one. But hey, that's just my opinion.
Linda, the hearing tomorrow is at 1 p.m. Central, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Right on, right on.
Marianne asked about our weather. Yes, we are expecting severe thunderstorms and tornado outbreaks today. So, we shall see.
We shall see. All right, Slick Nuts, you ready to get off here?
The hell did you just call me? Okay. Well, guys, as we know, Bruce has been denied about not showing up tomorrow. So we shall see how tomorrow turns out. Coop and I are here Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we will see you guys in the morning. And with that being said, we love you all. Remember, guys, you are one of a kind and never let anyone dim your light. Bye, guys.
Adios.
They keep talking loud, but they don't wanna play. Throwing all that shade, better watch what they say. Down in the South, we don't do all that talk. We just let them step wrong and we watch how they walk. They think it's all jokes till it's face to face. Now they backpedal fast, better pick up the pace. Ain't no warnings left, ain't no safe route. Told them once, now they about to find out. Oh, yeah, that's the motto. Talking big now, drowning in the shallow. Play them games, get the same amount. Mess around down south, you gon' find out. We don't do sneak dissing, we just show up. When the steel toe hits, they don't wanna go tough. Sweet tea sipping, but don't get it twisted. Got them rowdy boys and they all stay lifted. Think it's all jokes till it's face to face. Now they backpedal fast, better pick up the pace. Ain't no warnings left, ain't no safe route. Told them once, now they about to find out. Oh, yeah, that's the motto. Talking big now, drowning in the shallow. Play them games, get the same amount. Mess around down south, you gon' find out.
Second Amendment, yeah, that's what we stand on. God-given rights, we don't need a man's law. Try to take what's mine, boy, you best rethink. Red, white, and blue, but they still ain't pink. We don't start the fights, but we sure gon' win them. Clips stay loaded like the trucks we sit in. Ain't about the trouble, we just stay prepared. Freedom ain't free, better be aware.
Keyboard warrior, type real mean, but you won't drop a pin, you just talk on a screen. Ain't worried about threats from a dude in his chair. My doorbell reloads, boy, step if you dare. All that big talk till you out in the sticks. Ain't no Wi-Fi here, just some shovels and bricks. Keep it real smart, best stay in your lane, cause some punks around here don't play them games.
You don't test folks raised on cornbread and grit. We don't start the fights, but we sure gon' finish it. Acting like a king, now the throne fell down. Told them play stupid and they learn how.
FLFO, last time saying it, crossed the wrong